Hello everybody, Ghostblade 1062 here with another passenger car review. Today we will be looking at the recently released Super Continental line CC&F coach in the Canadian Pacific road number 101 Dominion paint scheme in the 2018 to present configuration. And this car is actually a part of the Canadian Pacific Excursion Train. And now, let's move on to the unboxing. Alright, taking a look at the box. On the front of the box here, we have the Rapido logo with a clear plastic front window, giving us our first glimpse at the passenger car. On the top of the box, we have a Made in China logo, as well as an age restriction warning telling us this car is made for people over the age of 16. And again, the Rapido logo. The same applies to the bottom of the box. And then on the left of the box, we have the product barcode here. And here we see it is a Super Continental line CC&F EM coach and the CP Rail Royal Canadian Pacific scheme number 101 Dominion. And looking on the right side of the box, we again see all of this information, as well as we have a picture of the car here. We also have the product ID, this being 100382, and we see that the car is equipped with MoPower lighting, so this car does have internal lighting equipped already. And then on the back of the box, we have the Rapido address and website. And now, opening up the package, we have the car in a clamshell. And also included in the box we have this booklet about the Super Continental line products, which also includes warranty information, and this is both in English and French. We have an exploded diagram and parts list. And we have 3 Rapido stickers. Then also included, we have this Rapido tool here. And this is for turning on and off the lights. And finally, we have some marker, a baggie with some marker lights and some longer couplers. And now, opening up the clamshell, we do have the car wrapped in this softer plastic to help preserve the paint. And here we have the car. And right off the bat, I can say this is very nice and heavy. So it'll have no issues with stability and tracking. And next, we will move on to the detail overview section of the video. Alright, time to take a closer look at the car. Starting at the end here, we have our metal knuckle coupler with our coupler cut lever here. And just above that, we have our diaphragm, which helps connect the walkways between the two cars. And right here in the diaphragm, we also have this gate to help lock off the end of the car. And then on either side here, we have these two slots for our marker lights, which come in this separate package here, along with extra couplers. Moving on to the side of the car, we have our steps going up to the doorway that lead into the car itself, with handrails on either, separately fitted handrails on either side, and nicely detailed door handle. Our windows are all nice and clear as well. And we have blinds on all of the windows at different heights as well, which is nice. Down here beside the door, we have the CP reporting marks and road number. And then along the top center, we have the Canadian Pacific painted on with the car name Dominion here in the center of the car. Our trucks are really nicely detailed too. We got lots of suspension detailing, brake cylinder detailing. Absolutely incredibly done. And on the underside we have our various tanks and compartments which are visible. And I honestly don't know what all of them are. And moving on towards the far end of the car, we have our grab irons here, and again the road name and road number. And then we have this blocked off window here, which I assume is where a washroom would be. Now moving on to this end of the car, we have our coupler cut lever again, we have grab irons on either side, and again our diaphragm and gate, and a much closer look at the silver door here, which is very nicely done. And again, the plastic is clear, allowing us to look inside of the car. And now looking at the far side, we again have our grab irons here on the end. We have our reporting marks, the CP logo, and the Dominion name. We have different underside components visible on this side here. And moving on to the far end, we again have our door. We have what looks to be another washroom. We have our grab irons and handrails for climbing into the car. Absolutely incredible. Looking at the roof of the car, we have some very nice riveting detailing all the way, and then towards the end of the car here, we have a access hatch with grab irons on either side. And looking at the underside of the car, If we look directly at the truck here, we can see our wiring. This is for picking up track power. And we have our wiper pickup here. We have our storage compartments. We have our brake system, brake cylinders, air reservoirs, and everything all visible here. Absolutely incredible underside detailing, even if you don't really see it when the car is in use. And that covers the detail overview section of the video. So next, we will move on to the rip track segment. Alright, time for the rip track segment. To start with, we are going to verify the wheel gauge of the car with the NMRA standards gauge. Starting on the first truck here, and axle 1 is in gauge, and axle 2 is also in gauge. Now onto the rear truck. Axle 1 is in gauge, and axle 2 is also in gauge. So all of our axles are good, which is a great start. And now we will move on to verifying the coupler height of the car. Right, coupler number 1. So our coupler trip pin is slightly low, causing it to catch on the height gauge, but otherwise it is good. Now for the other side. And again, our actual coupler height is good, but the coupler trip pin is catching on the height gauge as well. So I will do some quick adjusting to those to remedy that problem. There we go. And now number 1. And number 2. Alright, so our couplers are now good. So let's take the car over to the track for a test run. Alright, I got the car put on the track now, right behind the Selkirk car. And the first thing I'm going to do is turn on the track power, which turns on the interior lighting of the car as well. And it is a nice warm yellow lighting inside, and it really helps highlight the seats and everything inside. And in the future, I intend to add passengers to the car as well. And the car also came with this tool, which there should be around the center here. Depending on which direction we move the tool into, flips a switch that toggles the lighting on and off. And now, let's let the train take off. Alright everybody, this concludes my review of the Rapido Super Continental Line CC&F coach in the Canadian Pacific road number 101 Dominion paint scheme. That is a part of the Canadian Pacific Excursion Train. Rapido once again did an absolutely amazing job on this car. The internal lighting is a nice warm yellow color and not too bright. The detailing on the car is absolutely fantastic. It's running beautifully on the track. And all in all, an absolutely wonderful addition to my collection. And hopefully soon the last car for the excursion train will be released so that I can run the complete train. That being said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment, and subscribe for more model railroad content. Have a great day, everybody!